Right now, at this exact moment, your body is making a silent, critical decision. It is not happening after your intense workout or after you eat breakfast. It is occurring right this very second inside your cells. Over the course of the next 45 minutes, your complex metabolic machinery defines whether today will be a day of highly active visceral fat burning or a day of stubborn fat storage and cellular locking. While you were deeply asleep, your body was already preparing for a massive physiological shift. Your endocrine system was quietly arranging a precise hormonal release designed to wake your brain and muscles. Deep within your abdomen, sitting right above your kidneys, your miniature adrenal glands were already preparing to release a powerful wave of hormones known as the Cortisol Awakening Response, or the CAR. If this intricate endocrine process occurs in the correct sequence, your stubborn visceral fat cells unlock immediately, releasing stored fatty acids directly into your bloodstream to be burned as clean energy. Your body begins utilizing this stored fat as its primary fuel source before you even consume a single calorie. This is the natural biological state your body was designed to experience every morning. But if this delicate hormonal response happens incorrectly, those exact same visceral fat cells react in the opposite way. They immediately shut down, lock up, and enter a state of total energy conservation. Here lies the great biological injustice that plagues millions of people. Most individuals struggle with stubborn fat not because of laziness, but due to hidden hormonal signals they accidentally trigger. They are not failing because of a poor diet or a lack of exercise. Instead, they are falling victim to 5 specific biological errors committed during the very first hour after waking up each morning. Today, we are going deep inside your biology. We will explore your adrenal glands, your visceral fat tissue, and your brain to expose each cellular trigger and show you exactly how to fix them tomorrow. Let me be entirely clear with you. If you have been eating clean and exercising regularly, yet your waistline refuses to budge, the problem is not your willpower. Your morning routine is simply misaligned. No one has explained the real cellular mechanics of your morning state to you. This is a scientific life, where we break down complex biological systems to give you practical, evidence-based control. Before we proceed, leave a comment below sharing the very first thing you do when you open your eyes. Do you check your phone, brew coffee, or hit snooze? Your answer dictates your daily metabolism. Let us examine what occurs inside your body before your alarm even rings. Between 6 and 9 in the morning, your adrenal glands release a sharp, natural spike of cortisol into your bloodstream. This morning spike is not a negative stress response. It is a highly coordinated evolutionary signal designed to mobilize stored energy reserves and prepare your muscles for physical movement. This specific cortisol surge activates a crucial metabolic enzyme inside your body known as hormone-sensitive lipase, or HSL. This enzyme acts as the molecular key to unlocking fat stores. HSL is responsible for slicing through thick triglycerides, breaking them down into free fatty acids that can easily travel through your circulation to be oxidized by your mitochondria for energy. Visceral fat, the dangerous fat wrapping around your internal organs, possesses 4 times more cortisol receptors than subcutaneous fat. It is primed and waiting to respond to this morning signal. It is biologically designed to open up and burn during this specific early window. But when you make common morning mistakes, you completely flatten this natural, essential cortisol spike. Instead of a clean rise and a rapid fall, your body experiences a flat, chronically elevated curve. Your visceral fat cells interpret this flat line as a state of chronic, low-grade survival emergency. The result is a total metabolic lock. Your cells refuse to release even a single molecule of fat. Let us explore the 5 specific morning signals that can either fix this curve or destroy it. A healthy cortisol awakening response should rise by 30 to 60% within the first 30 minutes of waking. This sudden, sharp increase is what triggers powerful lipolysis in visceral tissues. Once the fat is mobilized, cortisol must drop sharply. This rapid decline allows growth hormone to take over later, continuing the fat oxidation process while keeping your metabolism highly flexible. But when this curve is chronically flattened, visceral fat release becomes biologically impossible regardless of your caloric deficit. A landmark 2018 study confirmed this direct link to fat accumulation. Let us address signal number 1, hydration. Before your feet even touch the cold floor, your adrenal glands are waiting. They do not run on morning motivation, they run on critical minerals. During 8 hours of sleep, you lose up to 1 full liter of water through simple respiration. As a direct result, your blood volume decreases and your internal mineral concentration becomes highly unstable. Your adrenal glands interpret this sudden drop in blood volume as an immediate survival threat. To protect your blood pressure, they secrete aldosterone, which triggers a secondary rise in cortisol. This secondary cortisol surge is a panic response, not the clean awakening spike you need. And this is exactly when most people make their first major mistake. They reach for a fresh cup of coffee. As a powerful natural diuretic, caffeine immediately forces your kidneys to excrete precious sodium and potassium, worsening the exact dehydration stress your adrenal glands are fighting. This creates a metabolic emergency. The solution is simple: a large glass of room temperature water mixed with a pinch of unprocessed sea salt and a squeeze of fresh lemon juice. The natural sodium from the sea salt enters your bloodstream within 12 minutes, immediately suppressing the release of aldosterone and signaling to your adrenal glands that they are completely safe. Meanwhile, the potassium from the fresh lemon juice restores the delicate sodium potassium pump balance within your cells, stabilizing your baseline hormone production almost instantly. By providing these essential raw minerals first thing in the morning, you establish a stable biological foundation, allowing your natural cortisol curve to peak and fall exactly as nature intended. Now for signal number 2, morning light. This step requires you to step outside. Inside your brain lies your master biological clock, a tiny structure called the suprachiasmatic nucleus, or SCN. The SCN acts as the conductor of your entire metabolic orchestra. It dictates exactly when cortisol should rise, when growth hormone should peak, and when sleep-inducing melatonin should accumulate. This master clock relies on one single environmental cue above all others: natural sunlight. Standard indoor lighting, such as modern LED bulbs or digital screens, only emits about 500 lux. While this dim artificial light is bright enough to confuse your eyes, it is far too weak to synchronize your master clock, leaving your body stuck in a state of perpetual physiological twilight. In stark contrast, natural outdoor sunlight, even on a heavily overcast winter morning, delivers between 2,000 and 10,000 lux of high-intensity full-spectrum light directly to your eyes. When this powerful light hits your eyes, specialized cells in your retina containing a blue light-sensitive pigment called melanopsin detect the specific 480 nanometer wavelengths. These cells send an instantaneous neural signal directly along the retinal hypothalamic tract, bypassing your visual cortex entirely, to inform your master clock that the day has officially begun. This vital stimulus instantly resets your internal clock, triggering a clean, sharp morning cortisol peak while initiating the daytime production of serotonin, your natural mood-stabilizing hormone. Step outside for just 5 to 10 minutes within the first half hour of waking. Do not wear sunglasses and do not look through a window, as glass filters out the crucial wavelengths your brain requires. We now reach signal number 3, the 90-minute caffeine rule. This single adjustment is the secret to avoiding that familiar 2 o'clock afternoon crash while optimizing your morning fat burning. During every hour you are awake, your brain slowly accumulates a chemical compound called adenosine. This molecule binds to specific receptors to create what scientists call sleep pressure. The longer you stay awake, the more adenosine accumulates, making you feel increasingly tired. While you sleep, your brain's glymphatic system clears this chemical accumulation away. However, when you first wake up, a small amount of residual adenosine still remains in your brain. If you drink coffee immediately, caffeine acts as a competitive antagonist to these receptors. The caffeine successfully blocks the receptors, making you feel wide awake, but the lingering adenosine does not disappear. It simply floats around, waiting for the caffeine to wear off. Roughly 6 hours later, as your liver finishes metabolizing the caffeine, all that accumulated adenosine binds to your receptors at once, causing a sudden, severe afternoon energy crash. Your brain interprets this sudden energy drop as a physical emergency. It immediately triggers a secondary cortisol surge, raises blood sugar, and activates fat-storing enzymes. This hormonal imbalance activates lipoprotein lipase, or LPL, in your abdominal region, which actively pulls circulating lipids out of your blood and stores them directly as visceral fat. To prevent this, Simply delay your first cup of coffee by 90 minutes after waking. This allows your brain to naturally clear the remaining adenosine, ensuring clean energy all day. This brings us to signal number 4, the morning walk. This is where we actively capitalize on the perfect hormonal environment you have carefully established during your morning. Many fitness experts recommend intense, high intensity interval training first thing in the morning on an empty stomach. However, this advice is biochemically flawed for visceral fat loss. Extreme physical exertion while fasting sends an immediate emergency signal to your brain. Your sympathetic nervous system panics, causing cortisol to spike up to 50% above baseline. This extreme stress response completely deactivates hormone-sensitive lipase, locking your visceral fat cells and forcing your body to break down precious muscle tissue for quick fuel instead. What your body actually needs is a gentle, reassuring signal. It needs physical proof that you are completely safe. And the ultimate biological signal for safety is forward movement. When you walk forward, your eyes experience what neuroscientists call optic flow. The visual environment moves past your eyes, which sends an immediate calming signal to your brain's amygdala. This visual optic flow activates the brain's V5 visual area, which directly inhibits the overactive amygdala, lowering your heart rate and reducing cortisol production within minutes. As your nervous system shifts into a calm parasympathetic state, hormone-sensitive lipase is safely activated, allowing your body to easily release visceral fat into the bloodstream. A simple 10 to 15-minute outdoor walk is all it takes. No intense effort is required. Just move forward naturally and let your biology unlock your fat stores for you. Finally, we arrive at signal number 5, the phone protection window. This single habit has the power to either protect your entire metabolic progress or completely destroy it. During the first 30 minutes after you wake up, your logical prefrontal cortex is not fully active. Your brain is operating primarily in a highly reactive theta wave state. In this state, your emotional amygdala is highly sensitive to any potential threat. When you immediately reach for your phone, you expose your mind to a flood of unpredictable stimuli. Every notification, stressful email, or piece of bad news triggers an immediate combined spike of dopamine and cortisol, shocking your sensitive nervous system before you even sit up. This digital stress response immediately locks your visceral fat cells, keeping your body in a state of high alert energy conservation that can persist for the next 16 hours. A study from the University of British Columbia in 2022 confirmed that checking your phone during the first hour of the day elevates baseline cortisol levels for the entire day. Protect your focus during these first 30 minutes. Keep your phone out of reach, allowing your brain waves to transition naturally into a state of calm, metabolic stability. Let us review how this complete morning protocol looks in practice. At 6 in the morning, your alarm rings, but your phone remains face down on your nightstand, untouched. At 6 to 1, you drink a glass of room temperature water mixed with a pinch of sea salt and fresh lemon juice, instantly providing your adrenal glands with essential raw minerals. At 6:05, you step outside into the natural morning light for 5 to 10 minutes, allowing the full spectrum sunlight to perfectly reset your master circadian clock. At 6:15, you take a gentle 10-minute walk. The forward optic flow calms your amygdala, lowers your stress hormones, and safely activates hormone-sensitive lipase. At 6:30, you return home. Your phone remains off as you enjoy a peaceful transition into your morning, establishing a solid hormonal foundation for the rest of your day. At 7:30, 90 minutes have passed. Your brain has naturally cleared any lingering adenosine. Now, you can enjoy your first cup of coffee, and it will work entirely in your favor. At 8, you break your fast by prioritizing high-quality proteins such as organic eggs, Greek yogurt, or wild-caught salmon to keep your blood sugar perfectly stable. Starting your day with clean protein prolongs your natural morning fat-burning window, stabilizes insulin levels, and protects your hard-earned muscle tissue from breakdown. Avoid consuming processed carbohydrates during your first meal, as they trigger a rapid insulin spike that immediately locks your fat cells and halts the fat-burning process. By consistently applying this simple protocol for 30 days, you will experience measurable biological changes, lower stress, improved energy, and a reduction in visceral fat. Your metabolism is not broken. It is simply responding to the physiological signals it receives. Change those morning signals, and your body will naturally do the rest. If this video helped you understand how your morning habits affect your biology, subscribe to A Scientific Life. We share actionable, science based health strategies every single week. Which of these 5 morning signals will you implement starting tomorrow morning? Share your plan in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.